Hi guys, Jack from Minifigs here, back with another video. This time it's top 10 Star Wars LEGO minifigures to invest in, but this time it's over $15. Now this isn't financial advice, this is just my opinion on minifigures that I think will have a significant increase in value in the next few years. A week or so ago I uploaded a similar video, but the minifigures in that list were under $15, so they were a lot cheaper. But, as you may know, cheaper doesn't always mean better, and a lot of these minifigures on this list arguably have a much better potential for growth. I mean, just take a look at some of the minifigures here. They've never been cheap to start off with, but their potential and their growth has been absolutely insane. So it does just go to show that you can buy minifigures at a very high price and still earn lots of money on them. Now the prices that are attached to each minifigure are not just based on Bricklink, but I've also taken into account the prices on eBay and given a rough average based on that. So let's move into our top 10. So in at number 10 we have Queen AMIDALA. Now this is a very well known minifigure throughout the Star Wars LEGO community, and with good reason. This really is one of the most unique Star Wars LEGO minifigures ever made. The detail on the headpiece and on the leg piece is just phenomenal. Now this minifigure was only ever in one set a few years ago, which has made her a very rare and desirable minifigure, and since then her price has continued to rise. Now her price is expensive to begin with, at about $130 or £115, but I can't ever see LEGO remaking this minifigure, and when you add that to the fact that she's an extremely rare and highly detailed minifigure, one can only assume that her price is going to continue to increase. And in at number 9 we have the Clone ARC Trooper. This is one of the cheaper minifigures on this list, but it is still a fantastic minifigure. One of the main reasons I put him in this list among some other great minifigures. And the reason I added him into this list, containing much more expensive and rarer minifigures, is the fact that he's one of the best Clone Trooper minifigures ever made. And for some reason, people love to build LEGO Clone Trooper armies, and you can't not build a LEGO Clone Trooper army without a few of these elite ARC Troopers in your ranks. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be stocking up on a few of these, because I could easily see this minifigure's price doubling or even tripling in the next few years. And at 8th spot, we've got Count Dooku. You can pick up this minifigure for about £50 or $55 in the US. Now Count Dooku is an awesome minifigure. He's got a great hairpiece and his face printing is on point. So why have I put Count Dooku in my list? Well, he came from a fairly expensive set, that being the Duel on Geonosis, which was released in the summer of 2013, and he was exclusive to this set. So why is he in this list? Well, he's an extremely popular character with Star Wars fans, so fans are always trying to get hold of this minifigure, and it's highly unlikely we'll see a LEGO Count Dooku minifigure anytime soon. So when you add the age, the popularity, and the rarity of this minifigure, it does seem like a fairly good investment. And in at number 7, we have the fan favourite Boba Fett, from the UCS Slave 1. Now I really don't need to go into much detail of this minifigure, as you'll probably be able to see just how good this minifigure is. It's arguably one of the best Star Wars LEGO minifigures ever made. You've got unbelievable leg and torso printing, an amazing helmet print, but really what makes this minifigure so coveted is the awesome arm printing, which really rounds off this minifigure. So you can see why this amazing minifigure is selling for about £170 or $180 on eBay and Bricklink. And if the infamous old Boba Fett LEGO minifigure is anything to go by, then this minifigure is sure to increase in value. To what limit this minifigure will increase in price, it's hard to say, but if it's anything like the old one, then the price could really go through the roof, more so than it already has done. And at number 6 we have Aunt BERU, who sells for about $20 or £17, and she featured in the 2022 May the 4th promo, and it was a really cool little set. People really were eager to try and get hold of it, mainly because people just love anything to do with the old trilogy. Just about all LEGO characters that originate from the original trilogy tend to do very well post-retirement, and when you add that to the fact that the promo only lasted a few days, so there wasn't long to get hold of this minifigure, so people weren't able to hoard it. And not only that, but she was an exclusive to this promo, so you couldn't get her anywhere else, and likely never will be able to get her anywhere else, as it's highly unlikely LEGO will ever make another BERU minifigure. So we're halfway through our list now, and we're at number 5, which is Blue Milk Luke. He's a really cool and unique minifigure, and the only way you was able to get him was via a polybag, which was exclusive to the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga game. Now LEGO minifigure polybags tend to do well post-retirement, especially ones that are featured in promos, so I think it would do well on that basis alone. But another reason that people were desperate to buy this up is that people have been pairing it with the previous minifigure and the set which she featured in, which was the Lars family homestead, thus being able to recreate an iconic scene from one of the best movies ever made. And at 4th place we have Admiral THRAWN. This is a character people love and can't get enough of. He originated in the Star Wars Extended Universe, before officially being added to the Star Wars universe by Disney, where he is set to make his first appearance in the new Ahsoka TV show. And boy, just wait to see this price skyrocket through the roof when we finally get our first glimpse of him in the trailer of the Ahsoka TV show. Just like what happened to the Grand Inquisitor's minifigure with the release of the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer. And he's a pretty rare minifigure to begin with, as he only ever featured in one LEGO set many years ago. So if you're asking me, $90 or £80 for such a rare minifigure, and for a character that will very soon grow exponentially in popularity next year, that is a good deal. In at 3rd place we have Commander CODY, who recently featured in the latest ATTE LEGO set. A set that was pretty well received by LEGO Star Wars fans. But what fans really loved and really appreciated was the latest rendition of Commander CODY in his highly detailed Phase 2 armour, which features a great printed helmet and amazing printing on the torso and legs. The reason he's made it on the list is for the simple fact that just about any clone commander that's ever been made has seen their minifigure rise in price significantly over the last few years. And with CODY being one of the main clone trooper characters, you can only see his price climbing higher and higher once the LEGO ATTE has retired. So yeah, he's a great minifigure overall, and he's got great potential for his price to really rise in value. At number 2, I picked JANGO FETT, arguably one of the coolest characters from the Star Wars franchise. He's an interesting one, and many of you may know, but there's actually 2 versions of him that are almost identical apart from the face printing. One of which sells for nearly $200 and one of which sells for about $40. However, I went for the cheaper one because me personally, I wouldn't tie up $200 for a minifigure that is in no way better than this one, which is much cheaper. Yet even now, he's still climbing rapidly in price, and I think he will continue to do so in the coming years. And there's no sign of him being re-released as a minifigure anytime soon. And another small reason is, with the release of the Mandalorian TV show, it seems to have given a real boost to prominent Mandalorian characters such as Jango Fett, Boba Fett, Pre Vizsla and many others. So yeah, for me personally, Jango Fett seems like a really safe investment. And in our top spot at number 1 we have SAXON. I had so many comments on YouTube on my other video saying why didn't I put SAXON in my other video, but that was a list for cheap minifigures. And SAXON isn't exactly the cheapest, but to me this is a really simple one as to why he makes top spot in this list. And it's the fact that you can buy this set on offer for about £50 in the UK, yet if you want to buy him on his own, he already sells for over £45. So he makes up the large majority of the value of this set. And in many ways you can see why. He really is a phenomenal minifigure, with the standout piece being that really unique helmet. So yeah, overall he's a fantastic minifigure, and I personally think he will perform very similarly to Pre Vizsla, a character who featured in an older version of the Mandalorian Starfighter a few years ago. And just look at the price he's selling for now, one of the most expensive Star Wars minifigures on the market, thus proving that people will pay over the odds for Mandalorian minifigures. My only advice for buying this minifigure is, I'd probably just suggest that you buy the set he's in, as it's only £10 or $10 more than buying the minifigure individually. So yeah, high-end Mandalorian minifigures certainly have a proven track record of their prices going through the roof in the years following their retirement. So that's my top 10 Star Wars LEGO minifigures to invest in. Are there any minifigures that you think should have been in this list? Let me know down in the comments, as I'd love to know your thoughts. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. See you later.